The science fiction story begins at a time when the environment on Earth had become quite polluted. Every year, due to the emergence of new diseases, many people were losing their lives, and the population on Earth had decreased significantly. However, one good thing was that all humans had advanced in their technology. Among them, we had an owner of a private company named Pilot. It was shown that Pilot had created a serum after years of hard work, which could make humans immortal. Initially, everyone laughed at the idea, but when Pilot, with the help of his own technology, made many people immortal, trust in him started to increase. The entire population began to join a large institute created by Pilot, where, after a few years, a scene is shown where Pilot had created his own separate world. This world was inside a very large bubble where people lived, who had become immortal with the help of the serum. And those people who were not accepted by the serum were not allowed to enter. Inside the institute, everyone present was immortal, meaning they could never die. Initially, whoever was born was not given the serum until they reached 25 years old, meaning they lived life like a mortal for 25 years. After 25 years, they were given a serum to become immortal. All those who entered the institute were forcibly given the serum so that they could become immortal and human civilization could remain intact forever. Pilot himself never appeared in front of anyone. He communicated through holograms and large screens, giving them objectives and teaching them. Now, we see a boy named Logan who has been admitted to this institute for training. The boy named Logan had not yet completed 25 years, meaning he was still mortal. But the mindset of the people was quite different. People thought that if a human is born, then death is certain, and this was a very important rule of human civilization. People were quite troubled by the rules of this entire institute, but he did not want to make himself immortal like everyone else. Actually, he worked in a transforming group within that company, which meant he worked outside the bubble with different types of devices and then came fresh to his institute. Here, he met a lady named Suka who was giving people a small box. People asked what it was, and Suka explained that she knew that they didn't want to become immortal with the serum like others. There were many other people like them who stood against this whole system but were not given a chance, so you can use this box to reach those people who were new to our institute. Although Suka was discussing all these things with Logan, they both didn't know that Pilot was watching over them through CCTV cameras. Pilot asked his secretary, whose name was Wilson, to find out what was in the box. Since nothing could be seen from the cameras, Pilot called another agent, and he gave both of them the task. Wilson had to find out about the small box people had, and if anyone succeeded in doing so, I would promote them. Promotion was really needed, so he got busy doing this job. Now, both Suka and Logan were being watched by Wilson and Pilot. Suka was meeting people formally, although she had sensed that someone was watching them, so Suka talked quite formally with people. Upon seeing them, it can only be said that they are friends, meaning Kia had no information yet. But Pilot was saying that this could be a danger to our institute, so all of you keep an eye on them continuously. Wilson, sitting here with Kia, was explaining everything to her. He was saying that our leader, Pilot, actually wants all the rules and regulations created by him for our institute to be followed without any deviation. Recently, they found out that there are some people who want to remain mortal without taking the serum. If this continues, many people will join the mortal groups, and our institute will begin to close down. That's why Pilot wants suspicion to be placed on anyone who is against them, and now both Kia and Logan were beginning to doubt people. So, they gave us this task. Kia was now directly talking to people and started having good conversations with them. Actually, she wanted to understand people's perspectives by directly talking to them. But people understood that it was some kind of game to trap them, so she didn't answer their questions directly. After this, Kia told many of her students to keep an eye on people, as she had been instructed. In her absence, now Suka was taking people to a different place where many such people lived who were completely mortal, meaning they had not taken the serum like all others. Many scientists were also included in that group who were trying to extract the antidote for the serum made by Pilot, because consuming the serum not only made them immortal but also eliminated all their emotions and feelings. In a way, Pilot was making everyone provide the serum by creating an army that would work on his command. When people found out about this, they were shocked. They had never thought about it before, and now, with everyone in that chamber against Pilot, they wanted to fight against him. They wanted to completely break the system created by Pilot and let people live naturally, with all other populations living completely naturally. Now, the next day, people were having the same dream that kept coming to them repeatedly. In this dream, they were killed by big storms while working, and after waking up, people were always troubled by this dream. Now, people went to the mortal group, which was against Pilot. The leader of that group, whose name was Mike, was explaining how we could end Pilot's entire system. Actually, these things were happening because of a code present in the institute that was responsible for making the serum. If we could hack the entire system and use our newly created devices, along with the serum's effects, its availability could also be eliminated. But doing so is not that easy because we have to pass many security checks to reach there, and we don't even have the key and access. That's why people tell that Kia might have this key because she is given more permission than others to go to other places. That's why now the leader of their group was telling people that they had to bring access to any place by any means necessary because only then we can defeat Pilot. So now, directly, Kia went to Kia. This time, he was very close to Kia. But there came a time when people told him everything. He said that Pilot is betraying us all. Actually, he's not making us all immortal but rather turning us into living zombies who will work for him. We have absolutely no human-like feelings. That's why I joined a mortal group where we will make arrangements to end Pilot. Now, I don't know why people were telling me that my eyes have opened. Now, I trust you completely, so now people are also taking Kay to her group where everyone was preparing to defeat Pilot. The leader of the mortal group also included Kay in his team. Seeing all this, Kay was understanding what these people were doing and why they were doing it. Kay was starting to understand the system created by them, but the shocking thing is that she returned to Wilson and told people along with all the rebels who were involved in the mortal group, meaning Kay was deceiving people in a way and just focusing on her promotion. It seems that she is trying to figure out how she can advance further. She slowly began to understand the plan made by all the members of the mortal group and went to Pilot to tell him. After that, Pilot changed his securities and became more protective. When Kay went to the security room with the members, Kay's eye sensors were not working at all, which forced them to present their plan. And now, I don't know how Pilot managed to take control of people's minds. He was completely changing their minds by deleting their memories, and now, people were also starting to receive doses of serum, making them forget all their memories. The members of the mortal group also understood that Kay had betrayed them, so they saved themselves and escaped. But now, people were completely stuck, unable to escape. Although Kay had already received her promotion, she was thinking somewhere whether she did the right thing or not. She pays a little attention to people's words. Kay completely stopped consuming the serum dose, and after experimenting so much with people's minds, Pilot couldn't even recognize her. Though she had deceived all those people, it wasn't her intention at all to ruin anyone's life. She immediately went to the members of the mortal group and started telling them that we can save people in any way possible. But now, the group members were not trusting Kay at all because although she had deceived everyone for the first time, Kay had now told the leader of the members that she had stopped taking the dose, which started gaining their trust. Now Kay says that she will help all of them completely. First, she takes the group members to her shelter by kidnapping people. It was necessary to treat people first so that their memories could come back. On the other hand, now Kay and her other members enter the chamber where Pilot's main supercomputer was, and from there, everything was controlled. This time Kay used proper eye sensors, and they quickly changed the program made by Pilot and included reality, meaning that this program would come into everyone's minds within a few days so that they could know the truth. Now all the members of the mortal group move away from there, and they set up a small tent near the mountains where they will spend their night. The treatment of people started there, and Kay was also talking to Kia about many things, which slowly started bringing back his memories. Here, Pilot had no idea that his system would be corrupted in a few days, and everyone would know his reality. On the other hand, the effect of the serum on people was such that they completely lost consciousness, and Kay and the other members were helping people to fix her mind, but her recovery was very slow. When William told the Pilot that some corruption had been found in our system, the Pilot understood that this must be the work of those people, and they wanted to provoke me against all my members. That's why the Pilot came to the big screen and started explaining to all the members present in her institute that being immortal is the best. Everyone was listening carefully, but suddenly, the screen on which the Pilot was speaking turned off, then turned on and activated. Everyone in Kia were now telling all the members the truth that the Pilot was misleading them. He was playing with your emotions and feelings so that all of you would only work for the Pilot. Although the members weren't affected by both of their talks, suddenly, the Pilot's daughter comes up on the screen. In fact, her daughter already knew that her father was wrong, and now she was telling the truth in front of all the members. And now the work that people and all the other members hadn't done, the Pilot's daughter did. She corrupted the entire system and stopped the process of the serum being made in the entire institute. So now the Pilot won't be able to give serum to all of them, and people will become normal all at once. Kia and all the members of her model group were very happy, and our story ended in this way.